Isaac Murphy is one of the most prolific jockeys in horse racing history. The son of a former slave, he rose to fame when the sport was dominated by black jockeys, a reign that ended not because of skill, but due to Jim Crow laws. In a collection of poems, Kentucky poet Frank X. Walker helped bring Murphy's triumphs and tragedies to light in paperback. And now there's a short film hoping to do the same. LEX18's Conroy DeLuche has more from Lexington.
I dedicate this ride to America and Kentucky's son.
In the late 1800s, if you followed horse racing, you knew the name Isaac Murphy.
And if I become the best there ever was, it's God's doing.
A man of faith and a legendary jockey.
It takes strength, brains, and courage.
Portraying Isaac Murphy is Whit Whitaker, executive director of the Lyric Theater, located along the Legacy Trail in Lexington, just down the street from Murphy's former home.
A lot of people aren't aware of, his moral character that he stood by.
I try to always conduct myself with integrity during the race.
Bringing life to Frank X. Walker's collection of poems about Murphy, Whitaker says the Kentuckian endured extreme physical challenges while dominating the sport.
With each year, it gets harder to make weight, so he experienced, bulimia a lot, starving himself.
Murphy won more than a third of his races, including 3 Kentucky Derbies. But just 5 years after his final triumph at Churchill Downs, he died at the age of 35.
Today's horse racing industry owes a lot to Isaac Murphy and jockeys like him, especially marginalized jockeys, African-American jockeys.
A life of tragedy and triumph, whose character stood tall in the face of hate.
It's a shame that during that time, given the Jim Crow, the racial situation, that he couldn't be celebrated and given his just due when he was alive,
More than a century later, his name and his legacy lives on in his hometown. In Lexington, Conroy DeLuche, LEX18 News.